like classic lines like "I don't sleep because sleep is the cousin of death" is like, yeah, it's crazy. And so, also by the way, he's one of the best angel investors around.
Oh
Which is
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of hip hop invested in tech
yeah,
startups.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Nas has he's had like 3 unicorn exits, so he's like insane as a business person, and obviously he's basically the GOAT in my opinion. So
Yeah, he is.
and so yeah, and that's when I started getting really into old school hip hop. So loved Big L, Mob, Most Def,
Mhm.
um,
Classics.
yeah, like Gangstar, some
Oh
old,
yeah, real
some old,
classics.
real classic like hip hop. And then when I was 16, I came to America for the first time. I've been to America when I was young, but like really, I
Mhm.
came like a summer camp kind of deal. And then one of my friends was like a rapper up, like he was like up and coming rapper. And so, yeah, he just introduced me to the new age stuff. And so, that's kind of when I started finding out about people like Dumbfounded, at that
Hey,
Mac Miller, just like J. Cole, Kendrick, like that the newer age hip hop artists. And then I think around the time I was, let's see, 18 or so, like started getting introduced to like dance music.
Mhm.
Um, so, Kygo, I guess, had like some hits that summer, basically because I was in England. Yeah, like there was just more of the dance music, like people were more into like drum and bass
Mhm.
and yeah, like that's kind of that part of me. And then when I came to the US again after university, when I met my friends here, that's when I got another like transformation. And that's honestly when I started getting really into Zoo is after his like second album. And really finding out about him, and then like the new age hip hop like Denzel, and people like that. So yeah, it's
Oh
like 3 different transitions.
yeah, that's cool.
And with the music that I make, I think definitely, I would say Frank Ocean is like my favorite singer songwriter. The Weeknd is my favorite sort of male artist in terms of R&B right now. So, and Zoo obviously is my favorite. So like somewhere in between those 3 is like the kind of music that I like to make. Sonically, I think I would probably sound the most like someone like Joji. Uh,
Joji,
yeah,
hey, I love Joji. Filthy
yep,
Frank.
Frank. And yeah, I have 2 songs of his on this playlist. And yeah, Joji is like one of my favorites too. So somewhere in between those 4, like a mix of those 4
So you
artists.
got Frank Ocean, Zoo, Joji, and what was the other one? Weekend.
Weekend and
Okay.
Zoo. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really love like my friend. I think we were in high school. He got me into the Weekend. I just had no clue, but yeah, no, I definitely like the Weekend a lot. His early stuff is really good, and he finally made it. He got super famous in what 2018, 2017, where he
Yeah,
started
he
to
did.
get much more attention. Yeah.
Yeah, this is controversial, but I liked House of Balloons, which was his first like piece, and that's when a lot of people, his earliest fans, were like, "This is groundbreaking. He's never spoken since." And I think there is this problem. I think where like people who are OG fans are, "Oh, he's changed. He doesn't sound the same." But as an artist, that's kind of what you want to
Yeah,
do.
you're
You
supposed to grow.
continually evolve. You're not meant to just sound the same. And so like I actually really started getting into him in After Hours, which I think is hands down the best album in 2020.
Hmm.
Closely followed by Joji's newest album.
Yeah, that was so good.
So
Uh,
Joji's newest
I
album was
love
fine,
it.
don't get me wrong, but After Hours is a classic, and I am still incredibly angry that he didn't get nominated for a single Grammy. Like that album should have won everything, in my opinion. So yeah, that's that. Fuck the Grammys. Sorry, am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Right,
I mean, it's just easier for me to edit when there's none. So, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, no. What are your thoughts about the halftime performance? Because people just were not vibing with it, and I thought it was. I didn't really pay attention to any of the Super Bowl things, and I was just like, okay, The Weeknd actually had to pay for the spot, but then I watched it with a very like novice view. I didn't really care that the football thing was going on. But one of our alumni from our school was part of the Bucks, so I was like, "Go Florida" for that day.
Awesome.
So, no, yeah, actually a really nice guy. Alex Kappa, shout out to him. He was he's an O lineman for the Bucks.
Got it.
The Buccaneers, and we took our exit exam together. So
That's
yeah, I was like, yeah, no, this dude's huge, but he's a very nice guy. Very nice guy. But yeah, no, what are your so after I watched it, I was just like, he changed 3 sets, really cool cinematography, really great, like just how the people moved, or I don't know how to describe that, just like great props, great lighting, a lot of really good just very unique, like, I mean, we're in the pandemic, so like, there's not much.
Yeah. I think a lot of people complain about that. It was like, yeah, there was no crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It was tough, and there are a lot of restrictions that had to happen. So, like, given that, I think he did an amazing job.
I thought it was
maybe
really good too.
Like, I think he's had better vocal performances, but like, it was great. Like, he was amazing. Like, there were very few places where I was like, oh, okay, he's not sounding that like very good. And obviously the whole experience of him in the thing, huge meme.
It was so great. I was so confused, so I had to watch it.
but no, he was awesome as always. And so I don't really know what people were complaining about. I'm very excited to see him live in 2022. So yeah.
Yeah, shout out to live performances again. I'm very excited.
Again, I was meant to see Frank Ocean at Coachella last year on my birthday, April 18th. That is one of the saddest things, especially if you're a Frank Ocean fan. You know that like he never live, so it's like it was pretty dead.
Yeah, he's very like private about his life. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, The Weeknd. So let's move on to like your musical background. So if you could, this one's kind of fun. If you could make a beat with anyone, dead or alive, who would you work with?
Nujabes.
Oh yeah.
Nujabes and Jay Dilla. But I'm not a Nujabes. They're more like hip hop. I don't rap, so it's a bit tough. So I would say, in no particular order, I guess. Like, Nujabes, Jay Dilla, and Zoo.
That's a great answer, Nujabes. He actually has. I saw this video. It was him just like performing. It was a YouTube video of just him scratching in like this tiny little area. It was probably close to like probably close to the train station or something, because they just had business people in like their suits. They had regular people in like their coats, and just like a whole like audience of just different backgrounds, and everybody was just vibing, just
bopping.
Yeah, no, there was just there was world peace. There was world peace for like 3 minutes. I was like, this is good.
His music is. He is, in my opinion, him and Jay Dilla, in my opinion, are like 2 of the greatest producers ever. So,
really very talented.
Yeah, so talented. Like the jazzy vibe of Nujabes is insane, but it just sounds ethereal. Honestly, it sounds like, like some of the songs.
It's so good.
It's like Feather, what a song. Aurorian Dance, what a song. Like, what a beat. Like, there's just some amazing sounds out there.
So Nujabes died from a car crash?
Right? Yeah, I think so.
Rest in peace.
Big rest in peace. And yeah, I mean, for all the anime fans out there, like I would
the Samurai Champloo, right?
Yes, my guy. That's it. Yeah, another all-time great series, Samurai Champloo, and I think that's how he blew up actually, because a lot of his songs were featured on the soundtrack in the anime. So
yeah, so he got some more like exposure through there.
Yeah, exactly.
What's another? On the topic of like music and like video entertainment, so like movies, TV shows, what are some really good like just really good soundtracks that you would recommend from like movies or different series?
I think. Damn, let me think. Oh, definitely.
So I think one of my favorites is to get you started. The Office Space. Office Space. Some of the greatest. Have you seen that movie?
No, I have not.
What? You haven't seen Office Space?
Let me see.
Oh, it has some of the greatest soundtrack ever.
Interesting. I have not seen that film.
I'm.
Sounds like I need to watch it.
Sure. Yeah, no. So I have 3 movies that I really, really love, and that's one of them. Office Space. You will love the soundtrack. There's a lot of like. Let me pull up the. So it's like super nerdy, but like. They put like a lot of this gangster rap in between like the scenes. So they have Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangster. They got the Ghetto Boys. They got Still. They got they destroy a printer with the Ghetto Boys. Ghetto Boys Still on the back as the soundtrack. So it's just super funny. I think it's a Mike Judge film. So
interesting. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, he always has good. If you're familiar with him, his work. I think he did Silicon Valley, right?
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
wow, yeah.
And that's also really, really well. I love the music from there too. They have Danny Brown, some MF Doom.
One of the all-time greats. Rest in peace, MF Doom.
Yeah, rest in peace. But I think it would really, if you're a fan of hip hop, you'll definitely love Office Space.
All right, so, I'll definitely check it out. I don't take note of the soundtracks too much when I'm watching a film, actually. But I guess the 2 that come to mind, in terms of, because it's kind of different, right? Because for music in a film, it's trying to enhance whatever scene that it is in. Like if you listen to some of these songs like out of context, you'd be like, what is going on? I think 3 come to mind now that I remember.
Okay.
And they're vastly different. So I guess that's just who I am. So firstly, La La Land is probably my favorite film. And so the soundtrack there is amazing. All the original songs on there. Damien Chazelle is himself like a little bit of a jazz musician. Is amazing. Every single song on there is, I think it's great. And then secondly, there's a Korean drama called Crash Landing on You. If you want to cry your eyes out, you should watch it. And the soundtrack is incredible. Like, it's one of those things where if you listen to those songs, even when you're not watching it, you will remember all the scenes and the emotions that are associated with it. And you'll feel inspired. So highly recommend watching that. And then the third, the greatest anime of all time, Attack on Titan, also has a Also has a great soundtrack.